Who would have thought that Fergie would navigate her way back into the royal family as well as Prince Andrew's heart? Rumours have started to swirl the pair are considering remarrying almost 30 years after they divorced. But Fergie's father, Major Ronald Ferguson, has blamed the palace for the initial split, with Prince Philip, Princess Margaret reportedly driving the force behind giving her the boot. Fergie's presence at Sandringham for Christmas, though, turned heads, considering the last time she was invited was before Diana and Charles separated. And it's believed this infamous splash on the Sun, where the Duchess of York is having her toes sucked, is what lost her a seat at the country's top table. So, Andrew Levin, what do we know about this rumoured remarrying?
Well, it's very interesting. I think a lot of it is since Prince Philip has passed away, who couldn't bear her, didn't allow her to come for 20-some-odd years. So when he died, the Queen started getting much more friendly with her. She's always liked her because it makes her laugh and she's so bubbly and alive. And then I think, actually, what the big change is the cancer she had.
Right.
I think you can keep separate and you want to go your own way, but if you are a loving couple and they still love each other, although they're not married and they have separate rooms and all that sort of thing, you start rethinking. And she was obviously very ill. Her operation was 10 hours long, and she came back to live in the lodge to be with, to have nursing help. And I think that you feel that, you know, how much you want that person. And I think that's changed things. I think another thing is that both her children have got their own children. And it's sort of there, she's sort of slightly out of it as part of the family. And it would be very nice if they were together. She's been a very good mother. She's never said a word, a bad word about the monarchy. And she's never said a bad word about Prince Andrew. She's always said, well, for me, he's a great man, he's a wonderful father. She's stuck to being actually very moral in that sort of way.
Do you think it's interesting that maybe initially she was seen as the slight liability in that relationship and now it's possibly Andrew?
Not necessarily, no. I think they had a rather strange relationship. When they were married for the first 5 years, she only saw him for 40 days a year. He was off with the Navy. And so she got restless, he got restless. And she said, we both realised we had open marriages. I'm not quite sure what they mean by that. Yeah. I won't dig into that. But that's what it was. And I think it was very difficult because she was used to going to parties and being, you know, flying her plane that she learnt how to do, writing a book she learnt how to do. She did loads and loads of different things. And then they got fed up and they drew apart because of the lack of closeness. And they had been friends when they were little children. They had known each other from then. So their relationship is quite solid, although rather bizarre.
She's stuck with him through all of the latest round of the Epstein allegations, etc. as well, hasn't she?
Yes. Yes, she absolutely has.
Do you think she's going to continue to do that?
Yes, I think she would. I think she will. And, of course, Camilla, the Queen, is very forgiving. She doesn't bear grudges at all. So she was, I'm quite sure, encouraged her to come to church. Last year she went just for lunch, and this year she went to church, and she did behave very, very well. She was smiling and waving at everyone. Her dressing was a green dress and a green hat. It was all right. So she was really showing that everything was very good and lovely. And she didn't walk holding Andrew's hand. She behaved very properly.
Is she a good thing for the royal family, though? Is she a good thing, therefore, by definition, for Britain?
I don't think she's necessarily a good friend for the royal family, but she does lots of charity work, and most of her charity work is for children, and a lot of them
Genuine
is for children
work.
With cancer. So that's very helpful because there's very few people now doing all that.
Even though
work.
A couple of people in California might shout about it rather a lot, we've got Sarah Ferguson there who is actually doing some genuine charity work.
And she loves the monarchy, and she's been behaving very well.
It'll be fascinating to see what the public's reaction to all of this is. But, Angela, can I just thank you very, very much for coming on and enlightening us all with your inside wisdom there. That is the esteemed royal biographer, Angela Levin. Thank you very, very much.